Welcome to all of you in my YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain the chapter The Last Lesson in detail. In my previous video, I have already discussed about the theme, about the background, about the important characters, and also I had discussed about the topic also. But this video is based on detailed explanation. Now I am going to explain the text. Look at the text please. I started for school very late that morning and was in great dread of a scolding, especially because M. Hamel had said that he would question us on participles and I did not know the first word about them. He was late to go to school. That's why he was afraid. He was also afraid as he had not prepared the homework which was given to him by M. Hamel. He got homework on the topic of participles that he had no idea, and that's why he was afraid to go to school, and that is the cause of his late. For a moment I thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. For some time another idea came into his mind, that was to go out of the doors and spend the time which he would spend in the school. It was so warm and so bright. On that particular day the weather was very nice. The day was very warm and bright. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods, and in the open field back of the sawmill the Prussian soldiers were drilling. It was all much more tempting than the rules for participles, but I had the strength to resist and hurried up to school. Franz was deeply attracted by the outside environment as the weather was very nice on that day. The day was very bright and warm. The birds were chirping at the edge of the forest. The Prussian soldiers were exercising in the field which was behind the sawmill. In spite of having a strong attraction towards the environment, he controlled his emotions and decided to go to school. When I passed the town hall, there was a crowd in front of the bulletin board. When he reached town hall, means town hall was on the way of his school. So when he was crossing the town hall, he found a huge crowd in front of the bulletin board. Here we have to understand what is the bulletin board. Bulletin board is a notice board on which all kinds of information regarding the Anglo-Prussian War had been given to the people of Alsace and Lorraine. For the last 2 years, all our bad news had come from there. The lost battles, the drafts, the orders of the commanding officer, and I thought to myself without stopping, what can be the matter now? Franz told the readers that with the help of the bulletin board, the people of Alsace and Lorraine got all kinds of bad news regarding the Anglo-Prussian War. They also knew about the orders of the commanding officer. So without stopping, Franz thought to himself which new news came on the bulletin board. Then, as I hurried by as fast as I could go, the blacksmith watcher who was there with his apprentice reading the bulletin called after me, "Don't go so fast, Bob, you will get to your school in plenty of time." Franz, without stopping, moving hurriedly. At the same time, the blacksmith watcher who was present in front of the bulletin board with his trainees tried to stop Franz by telling him that he would have enough time to reach to school. I thought he was making fun of me and reached M. Hamel's little garden all out of breath. Franz didn't stop in front of the bulletin board as he thought that the blacksmith made fun of him. So he he stopped only in front of the garden of M. Hamel, and up to that time he was completely exhausted as he walked very fastly. Usually, when school began, there was a great bustle which could be heard out in the street. On other days, the school environment was totally different. A lot of noise on other days could be heard from outside the school campus. The sounds like opening and closing of desks, lessons repeated in unison, very loud, with our hands over our ears to understand better, and the teacher's great ruler rapping on the table. On the other days, a lot of noise could be heard from outside of the school. The sounds like closing and opening of desks, the students' loud reading, the teachers striking the ruler on the table, all these sounds could be heard from outside. At the time of reading in the school, the children placed their hands on their ears so that they could have better understanding. But on this particular day, the environment of the school was completely different. There was no noise coming out from the school. But now it was so also still. It was so still means there was extreme silence, motionless, no movement. But on that day when Franz was late to go to school, on the last lesson, the environment was very quiet. School environment was very quiet. I had counted on the commotion to get to my desk without being seen. Whenever Franz got late to reach school, he took advantage of these sounds to, to enter inside the class without being seen by the teacher. So the sounds of the class was an advantage to Franz, as he had just taken advantage of the sound, and with the help of the sound he entered inside the class without being seen by M. Hamel. So that was an asset for Franz. It means if mostly he was late to come to school. He was, let me tell you, that Franz was not a sincere student. He had not learned his mother tongue. Most of the days he bunked the class, he went to the forest in search of bird eggs, he went to the river to take bath, he had never prepared the lessons on participle. So that was his routine work. He was often late in the class, and the sounds which were made in the classroom helped him to enter without being seen by anybody. But on that day, it was very difficult for Franz to go inside the class without being seen by Hamel, as there was no sound. But of course, that day everything had to be as quiet as Sunday morning. But on that day, it was very difficult for Franz to go inside the class without being seen by M. Hamel, as the day looked like Sunday. As on that day, there was no sound. There was extreme silence in the school campus. Through the window, I saw my classmates already in their places, and M. Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. Franz peeped inside the classroom through the window, and he found that all the children had already taken their seats, and M. Hamel was moving to and fro with his strong iron ruler, which was kept under his arm. I had to open the door and go in before everybody. You can imagine how I blushed and how frightened I was. Franz told the reader that it was very difficult for him to go inside the classroom, as everybody had taken their seats. So Franz had to go inside the classroom uh, in front of everyone, and that's for getting late. He was very ashamed, and at the same time he was much afraid. As he was late, he thought that M. Hamel would punish him for getting late into the class. But nothing happened. M. Hamel saw me and said very kindly Go to your place quickly, little friend. We were beginning without you. Whichsoever he expected didn't happen. He expected that he would be made fun by other children, his teacher would punish him for getting late, he would be scolded badly by M. Hamel, but all his expectations were futile. His expectation didn't come to be true. When he came to the door of the classroom, he was allowed by M. Hamel. He kindly addressed Franz and allowed him to go to his place as the class had already been started without his presence. I jumped over the bench and sat down at my desk. Franz was very excited, means in a very hurried manner he went towards his bench and he took his seat as soon as possible, as he was escaped from punishment. Not till then, when I had got a little over my fright means fear, did I see that our teacher had on his beautiful green coat. After taking his seat, when he was out of tension, when he was out of fear, Franz noticed that his teacher was wearing his special dress that he wore at the time of prize distribution and that he wore at the time of inspection days. Means on that particular day, M. Hamel was wearing his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt and the little black silk cap, all embroidered, that he never wore except on inspection and prize distribution days. So when Franz was totally out of his fear, he saw M. Hamel properly and he found that M. Hamel was wearing his special dress that he wore at the time of inspection and on the occasion of prize distribution days. That surprised Franz, as he didn't understand what was the special occasion on that day. Besides, on the other hand, the whole school seemed so strange and solemn. On the other hand, the whole school looked very serious and looked very odd, as everybody remained calm, quiet, there was no movement, there was no sound. But the thing that surprised me most was to see on the back benches that were always empty, the village people sitting quietly like ourselves. Franz was surprised greatly to see the last benches. Generally, the last benches of the classroom remained always empty, but on that particular day, the last benches were occupied by the villagers. That surprised Franz the most. The village people were sitting quietly, and among the village people there was old Hosher, who was wearing his three-cornered hat, the former mayor, the former postmaster, and several others beside. So Franz was greatly surprised to see the last benches which were filled by the villagers and some great personalities or some respectable persons of the village. Among them there was old Hosser, former mayor and former postmaster, and also several other people came there and took their seats. That surprised Franz the most. Everybody looked sad. Franz looked into their faces and one thing was common, that all of them looked very sad. And Hauser had brought an old primer means basic book of French. Hauser had brought, he brought his old primer, thumbed at the edges and he held it open on his knees with his great spectacles lying across the pages. When Franz looked into the old Hauser, he found that he kept open his basic French book and with the help of his spectacles he was trying to read the textbook. While I was wondering about it all, when Franz was thinking about the all environment, that what was happening in the classroom, what was the special thing that was going on, M. Hamel mounted his chair and in the same grave and gentle tone which he had used to me said, "My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you." Before Franz understanding about the condition, M. Hamel stood up from his chair and in a very grave and serious and in a gentle tone he told the class that it was their last French lesson. It means from the next day French language would not be taught in the school of Alsace and Lorraine. My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you. M. Hamel told the children that it would be his last French class. The order has come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. The new master comes tomorrow. M. Hamel also told the students that a order came from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. That happened as France lost the battle and the France districts of Alsace and Prussia had been possessed. France districts of Alsace and Lorraine had been captured by Prussia, and that was the result of it. They tried to control over their mother tongue also. They tried means Prussia tried to snatch the right to learn one's mother tongue. So here M. Hamel told the student that from the next day he would not continue his classes, he would not take any more classes. Instead of him, a new German teacher would come in the school and would teach them in German. This is your last French lesson. I want you to be very attentive. M. Hamel also told the student that that was his last lesson, and he requested everyone to be very attentive in the class so that they could learn at least a few things in the last lesson. What a thunderclap these words were to me. Oh, the wretches! That was what they had put up at the town hall. Franz was greatly shocked to hear the news. It sounded like a thunderclap. The words of M. Hamel sounded to him like a thunderclap, as he never expected that he would not be able to learn his mother tongue. That's why. And up to that time, Franz understood that it was the news which came on the bulletin board. That's why people gathered in front of it. My last French lesson. Franz was greatly worried as it was his last French lesson, and he was upset as he missed the previous opportunities to learn his mother tongue. Why? I hardly knew how to write. Franz Franz told himself that it was his last French lesson, and the most unfortunate thing was that he was unable to write even in his mother tongue. I should never learn anymore, and he could never be able to write in his mother tongue, or he could never be able to learn his mother tongue because the chance of learning got over. I must stop there. His journey towards the education field would come to an end on that day, as from the next day French would not be taught in the school. I must stop there then. Oh, how sorry I was for not learning my lesson. Franz was very sad. Franz expressed his deep sorrow for not learning his lessons. And what he had done, instead of learning his lessons, he had gone to find for seeking bird eggs or going sliding on the shore. So Franz expressed his deep sorrow for not learning his mother tongue. Instead of learning, he had gone to the forest in search of bird eggs. Also, he had gone to the river to take bath there. My books, that had seemed such a nuisance a while ago, so heavy to carry. My grammar and my history of the saints were old friends now that I could not give up. Sometimes ago, his books looked to him very happy. His books felt uncomfortable. His books were boring to him. But suddenly, a great love had been developed towards his bag, towards his books, and towards the teacher also. Franz thought that some time ago he didn't like to carry his books as it seemed to him as a burden. And at that moment, when he got the information that it was his last French lesson, his love towards his books, his copies, his bag, his school, his teacher had been increased. It seemed to him that all these books were his old friends, that he didn't want to leave them. And M. Hamel too, the idea that he was going away, that I should never see him again, made me forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Before getting the news about the last lesson, Franz did not like his teacher M. Hamel, as he often punished him for not doing his homework. But once Franz learned that it was his last French lesson. He started loving his French teacher M. Hamel, and he thought that he was not so cruel, he was not so strict, and he understood the importance of this teacher. It means a sudden love had been developed towards the teacher also. So, in this paragraph, we understood that Franz's attitude towards his education was totally changed. Earlier, Franz had never given importance to his copies, to his books, to his teacher Emmanuel, and to his mother tongue. He never learned his mother tongue, he had never prepared his lesson, he had always gone to the forest to search birds' eggs, he took birth there, but he had never careful towards his studies, and that's why he was unable to even write his mother tongue. When he understood that he would never get the chance to learn his mother tongue, he realized his mistake, and a sudden change took place in his appearance, in his character. He started loving his books, his copies, his bag, and even the teacher also. Poor man, it was in honor of this last lesson that he had put on his fine Sunday clothes. He thought that Franz thought that A. Hamel was very sad. He, as he would have to leave the school campus on the next day, and Franz also understood the reason of the arrival of the villagers. He understood that the villagers arrived on that class to give respect to M. Hamel for his 40 years service, and also Franz understood that due to the last lesson, M. Hamel was wearing a special dress. Why the old man of the village was sitting there in the back of the room. So Franz understood the reason of the villagers' arrival, and also he understood why M. Hamel wore his favorite dress on that day. It was because they were sorry, too, that they had not gone to school more. Franz also understood that the villagers came there as they also felt sad that they missed the opportunity to learn the mother tongue, and also they had not continued to go to school for a long time. It means most of the people in Alsace and Lorraine were illiterate. They had not given importance to their mother tongue, and that's why they had been captured by Prussia. So illiteracy is a great demerit. We must try to be literate. We must try to gain more knowledge. Knowledge is power. It was their way of thanking our master for his 40 years of faithful service and of showing their respect for the country that was theirs no more. They came they came in that class to give respect to M. Hamel for his 40 years service, and also they came to show their love towards the country that they had lost, because the districts of France, the Alsace and Lorraine, the France districts of Alsace and Lorraine had been possessed by Prussia, and these districts were under the command of Prussia. That's why. While I was thinking all this, I heard my name called. When Franz was thinking about the reason of the arrival of the villagers and other things, that time Franz's name was called by M. Hamel. Means Franz was asked to say something about the participles which he got as a homework. It was my turn to recite. It was his turn to read the text. What would I not have given to be able to say that dreadful rule for the participle all through, very loud and clear. Franz had never been able to give his lessons properly. Means whenever he was asked to say about his homework, he made a lot of mistakes. He could not be able to give the homework in a loud and clear manner. It means he always came in an unprepared manner. He was never prepared for his lessons. That's why it happened. So on that particular day, Franz thought that he could be able to give his lessons in a loud and clear manner, but the same thing happened. But I got mixed up on the fast words and stood there. And the same thing happened. Franz was totally mixed up and he was unable to give his homework on the topic of participles, and he stood there bending his head down, holding on to my desk, my heart beating and not daring to look up. Franz was standing on his desk. He was unable to give his lessons on participles, and he was very much afraid as he had not given the homework. He thought that he would be scolded or he would be punished by M. Hamel. I heard M. Hamel say to me, "I won't scold you, little Franz. You must feel bad enough." M. Hamel told Franz that he was not going to say something to him. He was not going to scold him. He was not going to punish him. M. Hamel told Franz that he must feel bad for his performance, as he had not prepared his lessons. See how it is. Every day we have said to ourselves, bah, I have plenty of time, I will learn it tomorrow, and now you see where we have come out. Friends, sorry, the teacher M. Hamel told the students that every day they made excuses. Every day they told to themselves that they had enough time to learn their mother tongue, and that's why they had never learned their lessons. And in this way, they finally came to their destination. That was the end of everything. They missed their opportunities by making excuses that they would have enough time to learn their mother tongue, and finally the day came when the mother tongue would not be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. I will learn it tomorrow, and now you see where we have come out. So every time the students had given excuses to themselves that they had enough time to learn their mother tongue, and finally, due to their excuses, they reached to a certain place where from they could not get chance to learn their mother tongue. I will learn it tomorrow, and now you see where we have come out. M. Hamel told the teachers to see their destination. Finally, the students came to a place, came to such a situation where from they could never be able to learn their mother tongue. Ah, that's the great trouble with Alsace. She puts off learning till tomorrow. And according to M. Hamel, it was the greatest trouble of Alsace, as the people of Alsace were illiterate. They had never paid attention towards their mother tongue, and that happened to them. It means they had been possessed, they had been captured, their freedoms had been taken by Prussia. They would be controlled by Prussia. Now those fellows out there will have the right to say to you, how is it you pretend to be Frenchmen and yet you can neither speak nor write your own language? M. Hamel told the students that they would be badly insulted by the German, as the people of Alsace and Lorraine would not be able to speak their mother tongue, that was French. They could not be able to speak that. So the France districts of Alsace and Lorraine had been possessed by Prussia, so the people of Prussia would insult the people of Alsace and Lorraine, as they had not learned their mother tongue. They could neither be able to write or could be able to speak properly. But you are not the worst, poor little friend. We have all a great deal to reproach ourselves with. M. Hamel not only blamed the students, but M. Hamel also blamed himself and all the guardians for the poor learning of the students. Your parents were not anxious enough to have you learn. M. Hamel blamed the parents of the students, as the parents were not anxious to provide a better education to the children. They preferred to put you to work on a farm or at the mills so as to have a little more money. M. Hamel blamed the parents, as the parents sent the children to work on the farm to have a extra money in the family. So here M. Hamel became a little bit angry upon the parents, as they sent their children to work on the farm or in the mill to earn an extra money in the family. And I have been to blame also. Have I not often sent you to water my flowers instead of learning your lessons? And when I wanted to go fishing, did I not just give you a holiday? M. Hamel not only blamed the parents of the children, but also he blamed himself. He blamed himself, as he often sent the children to water the flowers in his garden, and that time they missed the lessons. Also, whenever M. Hamel had gone to catch fish, he gave the students holiday. So in this way, he also made him responsible for the poor learning of the students of Alsace. Then, from one thing to another, M. Hamel went on to talk of the French language. Then M. Hamel started talking inconsistently. He was moving from one topic to another, and it indicated that he was in deep pain, he was in distress, saying that it was the most beautiful language in the world. M. Hamel told the students about the French language that it was the most beautiful language in the world. It indicated his love towards the mother tongue. It indicated his devotion towards the country. It indicated his patriotism towards the country. The clearest, the most logical that we must guard it. Guard means to protect it among us and never forget it. M. Hamel told the students that French language is the most beautiful language in the world. It was the most clearest language and also the most logical language. He requested the students to protect the language with them so that they could remain free. And he also requested them not to forget their mother tongue, as mother tongue gives us identity, as mother tongue gives us freedom. As long as we are connected to our mother tongues, nobody can dominate us. Because when a people are enslaved, as long as they hold fast to their mother tongue, it is as if they had the key to their prison. According to M. Hamel, the cause of slavery is the lackness towards the mother tongue. Means if the people of any particular place would be connected to the mother tongue, they would never be enslaved. It means once we are disconnected from the mother tongue, we would be easily enslaved by the people. Then he opened a grammar and read us our lessons. After that, after telling a lot about the importance of the mother tongue, he taught the students grammar. Means he opened a grammar lesson and taught to them. I was amazed to see how well I understood it. Franz was totally surprised as he understood each and everything which was taught to them. Now, why did Franz understand everything? Franz understood everything as he wanted to understand that. Franz understood everything as the attitude of Franz was changed towards education. Earlier, Franz thought that attending the class was the most boring thing. He was least interested to learn. But in the last lesson, Franz started giving importance to his mother tongue. He understood his mistakes, and that's why a love had been developed towards this subject, and that's why he started understanding. So our knowledge will be applicable when we make them apply. It means if we dislike our subjects, we can never understand them. To understand the subject in a better way, first of all we have to love the subject. We have to love the work that we are doing. Then it will be comprehensible to all of us. All he said seemed so easy, and whichever words had been used by M. Hamel were clearly understood by Franz. Means Franz thought that M. Hamel was teaching to the children in a very easy manner. Means the whole lesson seemed very easy to Franz as his attitude towards education had been changed. And he said, I think too that I had never listened so carefully. Franz finally understood why he had not learned his lessons. He understood his problem. He understood that he had not learned as he never listened the topic carefully, and that he had never explained everything with so much patience, and also understood that M. Hamel had never explained with so much patience to the students. Means in the previous classes, whenever any questions had been asked to M. Hamel got angry in an easy manner and he punished them. So he had not explained the topic for a long time, and he had not explained the topic in a slow manner. So the change also took place in M. Hamel's character, as it was his last lesson, as it was his last French class, and next day he would have to leave the school. After the grammar, we had a lesson in writing, and once the grammar class got over, they got lesson to write. So students, in this video, I have just up to that, I am going to make another video, and in that video I will explain after the grammar section.